Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be going through about one of the interesting topic, GitHub Copilot. So what exactly is this GitHub Copilot? I think most of you guys may aware what exactly is this Copilot, but I just want to iterate the basic definition for that is like it's a AI paid programmer. So this is a tool where you write code faster and smarter. And also the Copilot adapts to your unique needs, allowing you to select the best model for your project and customize the chat responses with the custom instructions and utilize the agent mode. So mode is nothing but we have different modes for this Copilot. So there are three modes. One is ask, another one is edit, and another one is the agent mode. So the ask and edit is very basic. So if you have a very open source and free licensed version, so we get the ask and edit mode. But if you have a paid version kind of thing, then licensed, then you will get the agent mode. But in this particular session, we'll only go through the ask and edit. So we'll be skipping the agent mode because we don't have the licensed version. So we have the free version. So mostly we'll be covering only the ask and the edit. Okay. And and also with the help of the agent mode, so we get more benefits is like let's say you want to create a project where it's called as let's say we are the software employees, right? So let's say we want to create a project like onboarding employee onboarding. So what this agent mode is will do is like I want to create a web page where my all the onboarding things need to happen, and it contains the employee details and also his profile details, his documents which are the initial documents need to submit to the company, and also other set of screens will be there. So to design this particular thing manually, like it takes at least 1 month of effort, right, to cover all the scenarios and everything. But with help of the GitHub Copilot agent mode, so what it will do is will just give all these things what you want to design, right? Everything you give as a prompt to the agent mode in the Copilot. Then what it will do is it will create a project for you. It will create all those components, and it will create all the screens for you, HTML files and component files for you, and also it will write the test cases for you as well, because test cases are very important for the code coverage, correct? So it will write all those things, and we can um, within a 1 day we can complete whole project. Maybe there may be some corner cases, corner functionalities that can be achieved again by help of this Copilot. Like we'll ask that this is my corner case and I need to implement this kind of functionality. Again, we can check with the tool, and then that will be helping us. So in this process, what we can understand is like whatever the work we can do in 1 month or less than a 1 month time, that we can achieve within a days, 1 or 2 days. So that is one of the best with the help of the agent mode. But right now we'll not cover that, but we'll go with the ask and edit mode. Even that is also very much helpful for us, like which will give you better logic, because what this Copilot will do is whenever you prompt something, let's say, then it will give you a better code where all the coding standards are followed already. So by this what happens is like there is no need of having code review as well, because that particular part of code was given by the Copilot with having all these criterias in the background. So it will run all these things, whether it is a um, security standards are maintained or not for that particular code, and also Sonar Cube was maintained or not for the particular part of code, and all the check styles are maintained or not. So everything, all these calculations will be done by the Copilot, and that will be returning us the better code. Correct. So this particular session we'll be going through how we can register, or how we can get in details to log in into the Copilot, and how we can add this Copilot as a plugin to the Visual Studio, and we can see one registration page how automatically the code was generated. Okay, so yeah, we'll deep dive into the session and we'll see how that happens. We just understood what is a Copilot and what are the uses of it and what are different modes for the Copilot. So next what we will do is we'll create an account. So before that we need to have one GitHub account created. So first we have to create a GitHub account. So just we can log in into the GitHub Copilot website, and just we can create a GitHub account, a basic GitHub account. That should be the basic and the primary step that we need to have. So once the GitHub account was created, so we can just go to the Visual Studio, and if you see in the Visual Studio, like we have the extensions, correct? So in the extensions, you can find GitHub Copilot. So I already have the Copilot plugin added to my Visual Studio, but when you have to just go to the extension and type for the GitHub Copilot. So you will get this GitHub Copilot extension. Just click this and click on install. So once you install this GitHub Copilot, then you will see an icon here. This is one, the Copilot related chat box. So just click on open chat box. And so before getting to this particular page, so once you click this Copilot icon, it will ask you to sign into the GitHub account. So I think you have seen, right? So here we will create a GitHub Access, a related account. And once in the Visual Studio, once you install this plugin, it will again ask you for the GitHub login. So once you log into that particular account, then you will see a screen, a window almost similar to this. So we have, this is open source, as I said, like free license version. So you can see only two modes. One is the Ask Copilot, and another one is the Edit. So it says that edit files in your workspace. So automatically, let's say if you want to create one registration page, correct? So it will just automatically write that code into that registration page. So no need to again copy from here in the Copilot screen, and no need to again copy paste, right? So that edit mode will be helping you to automatically copy the files. Okay, so once you completed these two steps, like creating an account and signing your GitHub Copilot from the Visual Studio, so then you will see a screen something like this. Then what we will do is we'll create a project. Let's say I have created one Angular project, and so this is a basic Angular project. So node modules got created, and I have just a basic Angular project with app component, and also with app component created, basic one. And even you can see like the server was started with the Angular, and just I'm showing like hello my Copilot. Then what we can do from here is like we'll create a registration page. So we will ask the Copilot to give that code. Then that will be helping us to create. So if you say ask Copilot, so then what we have to give a prompt. The prompt should be matching. So the how better prompt you will be giving, the better response we'll be getting from the Copilot. And how that prompt will be operating, that will be by this LLM tools. Like if you see, these are the different LLMs on top of this. Once we give the prompt, so Copilot will be running that and providing response from any of these particular selected LLMs. Let's say you can select Gemini 2.0 Flash or GPT 4.1 or 4.0, anything. You can select any one, and based on this model, LLM model, it will provide you the response. So if you select a GPT 4.1, the response may be different. If you select Gemini 2.0 Flash, the response may be different. So it depends upon the which model you have selected, correct? So now we will ask the Copilot to create a project for us. Let's say if you want to create a onboarding project, you need one registration page, right? At least a basic one. So now that will be looking into this particular session. Like we'll ask the Copilot to create the registration page for us. So we'll not code anything. We'll just prompt the Copilot. Then it will be providing us everything. So let's say I have already something prompt, like I will ask the Copilot to create a registration page with name, password, gender, and some other details, and need to have a submit and clear button. We'll try to see like how it will be generating the code for us. So you can see in the chat box like how it is generating things for us, correct? So I think this is coming in some React. So now we'll ask something like um, in Angular project, correct? So we need to give the prompt correctly so that it takes the prompt and create a project in that way. So now you can see it is creating an Angular project for us. You can see the project structure and everything, SRC app, registration page. So we have that HTML pages, CSS, right? And spec file is created for that. And we have index.html and all the necessary dependency files. Just create a workspace. So just create one folder so that you can have that everything in that folder. So registration, you can have that particular folder. You can see here it is creating. So creating file under this registration particular folder, it's everything is getting copied into that particular folder. So even the ask and edit mode, what we are trying to show here in this particular session is also very effective. Correct? Done. So it's created, and even we have opened it. So you can see it's the code is already created for us. I'll try to run it. So before that, we need node models, right? So we'll just ask the Copilot to create a node models for us. So this is just asking us just to run this particular command. So it's running. So even you don't know the basics, even you don't have the good knowledge in the Angular. So with help of the Copilot, you can learn. You can learn that with the help of these commands, what it is showing here. Okay, to create a node models, you have to do the npm install, right? Then this will read your package.json. So everything. So with the help of this Copilot as well, you can learn whatever different technologies you want to learn. So it gives some suggestions. You go with that, and if you fail, then it will give again another suggestion saying, like, okay, that solution doesn't work. So this solution may work. So it's like a friend for you, like where you can chat with that Copilot and get some response and implement it in your day-to-day activities. So in this process, I don't know how to install node modules. I just help and given a command like npm install, and I don't have good knowledge in HTML and CSS, but even it generated code for us, and even it's written the CSS as well. So this is something like the command. We'll just see whether it will run the application or not. So can I find the package is what it is saying. So we can ask the Copilot. Once the previous npm install was successfully completed, then you can see this server was started. So it was running on the port 4200, localhost 4200, and you can go to the Edge browser and you can check your Angular app is running. So now we can see the Angular application is up and running. So till now we haven't written single line of code. So everything was given by the Copilot itself. So we just asked the Copilot, we just interacted with the Copilot, and Copilot has given you created your project. It has created the basic project. It has created the dependencies. It has created the registration page, whatever you required. Correct. But now you can see just is Angular application is up and running. So from where this screen was there is from the app component. So let's say if I remove anything here and just want to write something like so we just basic hello world display. Okay, that's it. It just added hello world and save this. So automatically the build was happening. And now go back to the browser and check. So this code will be totally erased and you will see hello world. That's it. You have written the HTML page without knowing the knowledge of HTML. So this is how the Copilot helps you, correct? And it was created you a registration page which contains the name, password, gender, and other details, and also submit and clear. So whatever you ask in the Copilot, it will give the same thing. You just given other details, though it just taken as other details as a label. So the prompt should be the correct, what you want, what your expectation. So based on that expectation, the Copilot will be responding with the better statements and better output. So now I want to see my registration page here. I'm just able to see my app component, but I want to see my registration page here. So for that, we have some routing concept in the Angular. So, but I will not go deep in that. So I just ask my Copilot to show the registration page, right? So I'll just go to the edit mode. Mm, okay, so it has written the code for us, and we'll save this. It giving some errors, no problem. Copilot will be helping us to fix these errors. So just copy this, paste here. So it's saying like open your module app.module. Okay. Okay, here it should be app config and asking to import the forms module. Fine. So we can import the forms module and we can fix this. So because we are using the form here, correct? So it's ng model and we are using again form here. So we need to import this forms module in the registration component. Then this particular error will get cleared and we'll be able to see the registration page uh, working in the application. So we'll just remove these errors from the, we'll just import this particular forms module. As I said, like we need to add the forms module. So I just added the forms module as input in the registration page. So this was done. And so any other things we need to add? Nothing. Okay, even in the app roots, we have the same path as register. In our HTML, that's it. Here in app component, it's not required form module because there is no form here. It's just a plain HTML related code. But in the registration, we have the form. So we need to import the form module. So let's build the application and try to see whether now it is working or not. So even this form module we forget, but the Copilot has given a suggestion to include that form module. But this is like app.module.ts file was not there for us implementation. So we can do that same thing in our existing component. And one more thing I forgot to tell you is like, let's say if I want to add something code, let's say after imports, I want to add something code. So it automatically suggests you, let's say I want to add a standalone. This is one of the property in the edit component. So I want to add one of the line. Let's just click enter and you can see the prompt is coming saying like standalone should be true or false. So this is one of the predefined variable it's required or not. So it is just prompting us. So just a quick guide kind of thing. Instead of asking in the chat, even in the page itself, we can get that next line what will be the code and another line what will be the code. So that this particular copilot will analyze your how you're writing your code. It will think in that way. Okay, the person is writing this particular code, so the next line should be this. So it gives you the suggestions. It's kind of a suggestion. Okay. So now it's compiled. You can see it's working on the localhost 4200. Just click this and open. It's opening 4200 and just hello world is coming. So I want to go to my register page /register. See, so you can see your HTML page with name, password, gender, and even the input field was there. Password, see it's password protected automatically. And gender you can select, it's already three options are coming and other details. I am creating a web page. So ideally the submit and clear for now it may not work because we don't have integrated backend, but this is how we just added submit and clear button as per our instructions Copilot has created. Submit and clear. So when you click on clear, I think data is getting clear. So that functionality got implemented. But submit, you need a backend where you have to save this data into the database. So this is how we have created a page where you have not written single line of code. You don't know what is an Angular, on how the dependencies get created. You don't know anything. You are very zero for the Angular, but still you are able to generate an Angular application. You have downloaded the dependencies with the help of the Copilot. And you just imagine this was the for the free license Copilot, and if we have the agent mode, then it will be even more better. So it will generate the projects in a large scale, correct? And based on our requirements, we can tweak the code here and there. And so with this, our work is get reduced, and we can have more productivity. We can give back to our organization more productivity. So this is my session for GitHub Copilot, and let me know if you have any queries. So you can reach out to me in the comment section. So and I will come up with another videos where we'll deep dive into another videos with the Copilot in more in depth. But for this session, this is like a basic thing how we can integrate a Copilot with the your different IDs like Visual Studio Intelligent, how we can create an account for GitHub, and how we need to sign in that Copilot account in your Visual Studio. So these are the basic things. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching.